What's going on, homies and homettes? In today's video, I will be talking about my updated build for Instant Earthquake Titan. This time, we are finally using dual wield with Giant's Blood, because if you stack armor and the damage taken or armor applying to elemental damage, we can finally tank anything in the game almost. It is so good. We can just roll Earthquake. I'm also playing Armor Explosion on Earthquake, and yes, I know Earthquake got nerfed with area of effect AoE, but it's still okay. It's still more than okay. It's still fine, as you can see, still blasting around, no problem at all. I'm also stacking Rage because Rage has so much potential as a Titan, with Hulking Form increasing the Rage as well, using Sprint as well. So for bosses, what I do, I drop Fissures, and on top of Fissures, I just blast with Earthquake until I heavy stun the boss, and then Seismic Cry with Hammer of the Gods. I did mess up my gems though when some of the showcase here on my hammer, because I was testing some stuff, but I did fix it for the planner and everything. But overall, definitely my favorite build for Titan. This setup just never disappoints. It's so effective even without gear. The first setup I have in the right upper corner is from my last video. That's with a 200 and a shield, Giant's Blood as well. That's the first like budget setup, if you will. You don't need much gear for this build. You never need it in 01 League, 02 League, which is the previous, or this one. Very effective overall. Very effective also for SSF. No issues at all with it. I did blast tier 3 Sesh, but I don't have the footage for it. I do have it for one of my streams that was yesterday. Oi, oi, oi. But yeah, I did kill Sesh with the Earthquake Fissures and Hammer of the Gods, like I explained earlier. Also no problem at all. Let me try if I can find some boss here for you from Map Boss. I'm only one book away to get full Atlas upgraded. I need to get the Citadels to get Arbiter, and then I'll have last 2 points. I also did the drop Aftershocks from my last build yesterday, well, 2 days ago that I published, and I went for armor. So I am now at 3,300 armor, life. 3,300 life. I'm about 42,000 armor right now, and I'm almost capped 90% at elemental damage from armor. Right now I'm at 88%, so... But Armor Explosion on Earthquake is crazy good for mapping. I am using Armor Break as mentioned in my last setup. With Armor Explosion, it's really good fire damage. We are focusing on mainly on physical, but some fire as well. You can see my skills cost literally nothing. Even when I am at 0 mana, I still have no cost on the skills. I will explain in a bit how is it possible. It is absolutely mind-blowing and broken mechanic. If you thought Deepest Tower was OP last league, well, this surrounded the new headpiece is just broken even more on many different levels, and it's just ridiculous, dude. They disabled Deepest Tower because they thought it's probably too OP, but this bad boy is even stronger, man. Blows my mind we have it in the game. It only works for attacks, not for spells though, but more about that in a second. Let me try if I can find some. I also did some crafting sessions. I did craft, this will be a boss. I did craft the mace, which I failed miserably because RNG is a B word, so it was kind of lucky. On this boss, I didn't really blast right away because I did want to see and test some stuff. But Volcanic Fissure, we are running one Lineage support gem, which is in Volcanic Fissure to make a lot of fissures around it. But as you can see, we break armor immediately. Waiting for the rage stuff here, and yeah, we gotta. I'm not sure if I could tank this. Maybe I could, but I didn't have the boss to do that. This is a bad showcase. This boss is shit. So he flies around. Excuse my French, but he flies around and everything. This is Abyssal against the Rares as well. The degen ground you get from Shroud Walker is ridiculous. The devs have confirmed though, boys, that they will reduce the degen, so it won't be as bad. It will not be as bad. But the Hammer of the Gods, amazing stuff. You can see me here almost dying. Also, Omen of Resurgence, as you can see here, it does not work against Degen Ground. It will not heal you. Crazy. Crazy. But, as you can see, my roll dodge, it does cover more ground than the normal dodge. I will explain again. It's because of the headpiece. And the play style here is simple. You just dodge, Earthquake. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Another Abyssal here. Dude, I had so many maps, it's kind of hard to, you know, take a look at where we blasted some Boss action. We blasted some Boss action. Another Abyss. Oh, this was great. By the way, Bolts of Kamasa, boys. Try to get full rarity maps, also towers around it. There is so much loot in here, it's wild. I got 3 stacks of Exalted Orbs, Divine Tank, and some of the other uniques that are sold for a Divine Wild. Just a little tip on the side. Right, crafting here, absolutely miserable. Not good. I do have a footage from fully 8 modded corrupted map, tier 16, no, tier 15, but I lost the footage. I am afraid I did it off stream. Off stream. You don't know how I can find this. Some boss action. This one is boss. Yeah. Let me fast forward a little bit. This one is pretty good. The double boss in oh, we did a massive gamba for Carlos here. Sorry, Carlos, it didn't work out. By the way, this build also dispelled temporal chains and any curses immediately within 1 second. So if you get temporal chains on the map, no problem. If you get chill ground, no problem. We just dispelled this bad boy. No problem at all, dude. It's crazy. It does get a bit annoying, chill ground, even with this build, but it's really good. It's really good, man. Crazy. Instant Hammer of the Gods from the sky. Instant explosion from Earthquake, excuse me. Instant heal from Time of Need, I think is the most broken thing on this build for sure. Like, you heal for 800 if you get it corrupted level 21, the skill gem. You have dispelled curses. You have dispelled elemental elements like Ignite, Shock, and Chill. Freeze. You don't need to run Freeze Charm. I don't even run that, dude. Wow, like what? Fast forward on this bad boy a little bit more to the boss section. We have some breach here, a little showcase as well, why not? And if you guys are interested, I have a full guide covering maces in the right upper corner. I will probably pin the video later when I talk about gear. And you will also see chapters underneath right here, boys, to where I talk about specific stuff like gear, rotation, skill gems, passive tree, ascendancy, all that jazz. And I'll show the armor, which is also pretty insane. I know you can get much higher armor, like over 100,000. I know Carnarius is doing it. Shout out to Carnarius. Another Warrior Giga Chad. Mad lad. But yeah. I don't see... Well, I mean, it does help. It does help. I don't want to say that it doesn't help. It does. Even if you go over 90%. With which you cannot go in the stat sheet, but it still does help. Really happy what they did with the armor this league. The armor is really good. Right, let's get the double boss action going. Against Fissures, drop double with this support gem, lineage support gem, drop it twice. That's where I get the cap. Then War Cry. With Earthquake, you want to go back and forth, like left, right. You will just... Yeah, I don't even need Hammer of the Gods, man. That's crazy, man. That's blasting. Absolute blast. Juice map, by the way. You can see the loot. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. As always, G's, we have a full planner on Mobilitics right here with full written everything. Now, we have 2 versions on this build from my last video. This is early endgame with the shield and 2-ender that you guys probably have seen already. This was my main bar. This was my fissure bar. But there is a new variant, endgame dual wield right here. That's what I use right now, okay? Weapon set 2 is my mapping. And boss, actually. Weapon set 1 is only used with fissures. I have it with shield because why not? But this is only for fissures. This is only for durations. I have it right here. Weapon set 1. And weapon set 2 is our main one. By the way, I am not even fully spec'd in AoE on this build. Like I used to in the previous leagues when I came up with this build. I have only a few points in AoE, not even like before. And it's already enough. So you will see the passive tree for this version as well. So don't you worry. And you can find a POB link. POB link is for this build in this planner. But the POB link, I will edit right here underneath this. So you will have it here, which is also on this bad boy. Again, you will have everything, jewels and all the jazz, everything, skills. You can play around with configuration. There is a bit issue though. It seems like the Giant's Blood double weapon does not translate in the calculation here, because my 200 and a shield shows much higher damage than my dual wield, which is wrong. That's not what's happening. But yeah. Anyways, into the game, skill tree. Let me talk about this headpiece right now. So it's revolving around surrounded. Surrounded happens if you have 5 enemies around you. Now, if you get this headpiece that requires 5 fewer enemies to be surrounded, which means you will be always non-stop surrounded, or that's probably too expensive. I was lucky with corruption. Get at least 4. 4 should be a bit cheaper. If you get 4, that means you need 1 monster around you to get the passives active, which you will always have, even in bosses. Look at these passives, dude. So, especially on Titan with Hulking Form that buffs small nodes, 45 armor percent, 45 armor percent, 37 attack damage right here, 37% attack damage right here, and a 100% attack damage, bro. Like, excuse me. It doesn't stop here, though. Another one, 30% here, 25% here, which I don't even have. Like, that's crazy, dude. That's just straight up crazy. For the accuracy reduction here, I am running tier 1 precision, and I'm also running a result technique. It's more than enough for accuracy, as you can see right here. I'm capped out, no problem, within 5 meters even. So even evasive monsters are no problem. You also get attack speed, 20%, bro. You also get a regen, 2.5%. You get movement speed and dodge roll. That's why it's so great for this build, dude. Because this playstyle has dodge and earthquake. Dodge and earthquake. So fucking prime, dude. I don't know what to say about this at piece, man. Ridiculous. But wait, it doesn't stop there. You want to know something better? Look at this gem right here. Defy. Attack damage from hits from supported skills is lucky while you are surrounded. Lucky means things are rolled twice and the better result is used. On average, this should be 30% damage increase. So you get a big damage increase, and insufficient mana does not prevent the use of supported skills while surrounded. You can see me, my Earthquake is 148 mana. I keep slamming the ground. I have literally 0 mana, and I can still use the skills at 0 cost. You can add this only to skills that have attack underneath it, so this will not happen or work for spells. Ridiculous, dude. I don't know, this is like 3 times stronger than Deepest Tower. Anyways, skill gems. Armor break. We break armor with physical. We have a lot of physical damage here. On the first hit, Aftershocks is where the real damage is, which is insane. But before Rage, by the way. This reaches about 120,000 with the Rage attacks. On bosses, it's even higher because we have different gems. Oh, it's this one, actually. Second one, Defy. I just talked about it. Rapid attacks is the other one for attack speed. Concentrated area for single target damage and close combat. You use these two for bossing. But for AoE for mapping, you want to use the magnified area for AoE and armor explosion for, well, big proc, big AoE, big damage, because it's fully converted to fire damage, and this skill is 30% of default attack damage. Very good, very good. So when I apply this here, Hammer of the Gods, close combat, we pump everything with damage. Defy again for this bad boy to be lucky and also no cost, because this skill with a lot of skills tends to cost a lot of mana. 460 mana. We got Heavy Swing for the physical damage multiplier. We got Fist of War, the level 3, because we use it every 14 seconds roughly, which means the 30% multiplicative damage and area of effect will be... Is it doubled? Doubled, yes. So 60% multi and 50% AoE for this. Wow. For map clearing rares, when you have like 3 packs rares together, amazing, dude. Next up is Heft for the max physical damage. As you can see, this is looking pretty crazy, dude. Over 100k physical damage. Again, lucky is rolled, so this lucky is so much more benefit on Hammer of the Gods. Crazy. Because of the high spend of physical damage. Volcanic Fissure, this is set on weapon set 1. I will talk about the weapon sets in a second, but Chaos Madness, this is great for the fissures. You only need to slam the ground twice to hit the cap of the fissures here. Or once, it depends. It's twice. Elemental Armament for the multiplicative elemental damage, since our damage here is mostly fire. And 20% of this is only physical. Fire Attunement, again for more damage. Attack speed to be faster, of course. And then Defy, another beast. Already talked about it. Infinite Cry and Seismic Cry, you use the same support gems here. So Raging Cry for Rage Regen. Cooldown Recovery, Efficiency for cost, because the Defy does not work here. And Tireless to have a chance to not consume the Empowerment. So that's both of these. You do not need high level for the Seismic Cry. You can lowest level, run lowest level, because of the mana cost. It doesn't do anything. It is only higher damage, which we don't care. You do want to run Infinite Cry though. And also these skills are not even level 20. They are all level 19. So if I have to run, if I got skill level 20, gem level 20, and then Crat +1, that's 2 skills, will be nuts. For auras, we run Time of Need. Again, this heals me for 600 right now and removes curses and elemental ailments every 1.3 seconds, which I believe it gets scaled down. I mean, look at my character. It glows gold every time, all the time. You want to run compressed duration, so it's proccing faster. You can notice I don't run any of the Swift Affliction or this duration on Earthquake for faster detonations. If you are not playing Titan, you do definitely need to run one of these gems. But I'm not running it. I'm at 0.8 seconds detonation right now on Earthquake, and it's more than fine, as you could see. So I rather pumped full damage on Earthquake, so it does wonders on maps, rares, and bosses. Another aura, Herald of Ash. Ever since they fixed this last leak, great ignite on monsters, great for AoE. So magnified area and fire mastery, but for +1. And last one is Berserk. They removed the life leech on this. By that, they increased the effect of rage. That's why you want to stack as much rage as possible. This is crazy. I'm actually missing rage on max rage on my jewels. That's what I need to do for even more. Precision for accuracy. If you have more spirit, you can run cannibalism, or even that one would be very good for map sustain. I don't even have it, but cannibalism. This is an active skill gem, isn't it? Oh my god, bad. Cannibalism for mana, I mean life per kill, 3%, which is amazing. And also herbalism for life from flask, 50% is ridiculous. They cost a lot of spirit though. I don't have that. Now for weapon set 1 and 2, for weapon set 1, I have 200 and a shield and only volcanic fissure. This is for duration. My fissure lasts 25 seconds on the ground because I have the red line here for increased skill effect duration. I got some more for damage here because I had some free points, and another one is in duration up top. That's the only one. Other skills like Hammer of the Gods is weapon set 2, and Earthquake, the same story. Question people ask is, do you really have to path up top because they think it looks bad? I definitely recommend it because it feels so much smoother, and eventually you are saving a support gem here, because if you did not path up top, you would need to use 2 support gems to make it feel really good, and that's not worth. Also keep in mind, you get a lot of strength nodes here, which is very easy to meet the requirements on the Giant's Blood, which means you would save points from putting in points in strength here, which is still pretty good for the damage here, but it's nothing that crazy here, I would say. And you also get extra jewel socket, which is powerful. That's extra rage on hit and armor, but attack damage, which scales crazy. You can also get second one here, which is very close, or even more here, or even one here, but it's 3 points away, so up to you. Up to you, but you can do it too, no problem. And also, of course, the increased duration is coming in handy up top, so I do recommend going up top. Ascendancy now, we go Titan, hulking form, 50% increase small passive, get it right now. This one is amazing. This is a multiplicative armor increase from body armor, stacks very well with sturdy metal. This is also body armor, and if you can get this new jewel that also increases body armor, I can really recommend it. I need to replace this though. This one is not the best. I need to change that. We'll see. Might just pieces like this, so try to getting armor with over 2,000 armor is very cheap. What I found out. With life roll on it could be a bit more expensive, but it's still pretty good. And of course, life here, multiplicative again, very good, especially with the Giant's Blood nerf. They got us good, boys. They got us good. But wait, we got new node for 3% life. Technically, we have more. 5% here and more up top, but we don't use that. So that's the Ascendancy. You can also run this empowerment because this is very good, but I like the survivability. I feel like ever since we swapped dual wield, you need to get armor and life to run maps and survive stuff on the highest difficulty map. So you don't have to look around or look for mods on the maps. These are not upgraded, but you don't have to I don't care about mods on maps anymore, unless it's a crit and double damage. That kind of hurts. Other skill tree, we want to search for armor nodes like stun threshold so you don't get stunned. Against crits here, very important blade catcher. Another great one is projectile bulwark against proj attacks. This pairs super well with the heavy armor, especially if you get the new level 80 base armor like these boots. Thessalian Greaves, I don't have the gloves here. And we do not have armor from our headpiece, which is pretty huge, but this is already pretty great because, yeah, 45%, 90% armor from these two. You can get even more, by the way, 30, 30, and 30 right here, but I don't have enough points for it. Another great armor is Iron Reflexes. This will convert evasion to armor. And if you get leather-bound gauntlets, which gives you 1 evasion per 1 armor on equipped gloves. So you can, if you get very meaty gloves with a lot of armor, which I don't have, as you can see, I have tier 6 armor. If I have tier 1 flat on it, it will be amazing. But yeah, I'll probably try to search for upgrade soon. Another great one, tempered defense. Armor applies to elemental damage. And with the Prism Guard, it is amazing. It's 42,000 armor right now, and elemental is almost capped at 90%. I can really recommend it. Other stuff, we get the Result Technique for accuracy. We go for the surrounded stuff here. We go for max rage, good stuff like I explained because of Berserk. And the only AoE nodes we are running on weapons at 2 are right here and right up top in here. Primal Growth. If you really want, you can go for these nodes, which are pretty good. Or you can grab these small nodes on the side, right up here as well. So it's really up to you. Weapons at 1 is damage and also damage right up top because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. I could probably go for more duration on the fissures here, but I like some more damage. Onto the gear, we got these weapons. Again, I have full guide how to craft maces in the right upper corner, guys, if you want to take a look. Cheap version, more expensive version. I tried another version today, and it creates an absolute disgusting godlike mace, but I keep failing on the prefix with the Abyss Desecrated modifier. I've burned 15 divines on this bad boy. But if this one hits tier 1 physical percentage, we're done with this weapon. We're done. But we need 2 of them. Anyways, on the weapon, what you are looking for is the flat physical, percentage physical. And then the third mod would be ideally a hybrid physical with accuracy. Or you can run elemental damage since we run Infernal Cry. And you can also, this would be also amazing. This would be best in slot for Avatar Fire build right here. But the only problem with this one, I would spec into it. But the problem with this is we will not be able to break armor. And I feel like that's pretty big with armor explosion tech on the mapping. So I went with this. Other weapon is similar. This one is only +3 melee skills, but it does have aftershocks. I ran aftershocks before, but I don't run them anymore. Body piece, I like Ornate for the regeneration. I'm at 120 right now, regen, which is pretty decent. And again, on most pieces, you're looking for armor, life, resistances, and attributes. These four stats. Rings here, you are searching for flat damage, ideally physical and fire. The third prefix here should be life, but I had evasion. I need to whittle this. Again, resistances, main attribute. Same story, this ring is very good. This one has a lot of attributes. This one has also a nice damage. And also life. This ring is very nice. I caught this for kind of cheap, like 5 divines. Amulet, I found for 4 divines, man. I have 2 of these. It's insane, bro. Melee skills, a lot of life percentage, and a flat life. Evasion armor, again, goes pretty well with the iron reflexes I just talked about. We want to Anoint Titanic. It's cheap, gives us strength, stun build-up, and threshold. Amazing passive. So I'm a big fan of this one. Boots, movement speed. I am failing on this part. I need 35%. You can get some crazy boots with 60% movement speed, but those are expensive. That's my goal though. If we get 60% movement speed, we will be blasting my G's. For those of you wealthy folks, if you want to do that, you can do From Nothing, allocate around Ball Pact, and get these notes. Light on your feet and momentum. Ignore penalty from armor. This is from PoE1. Crazy good. And some more movement speed. Sweet, great. This will be good. This will be really good. Belt here, life, armor, and resistances. That's all you need. That's all you need. Pretty good affixes on the life recovery. Gloves. Flat physical or fire. Life, armor, and then attack speed and melee skills. I don't have that though. Very unlucky, but these gloves are pretty good. Headpiece, already talked about. Full chapter in the description, by the way, down below. The charms here, you can go stun, you can go... This is probably not needed, but I just have it here. Poison, and then bleed. This is good because it drops this ground, which is a lot of regen. So I'm a big fan of that. Some modifiers to avoid on the maps are just generic damage modes. If you have 3 damage modes on the map, it's bad. Throw it away or chaos it away. Other than that, just no problem. This is from Titan, by the way. Another option here is Undying Hate with a Amanamu tribute. If you put it next to a keystone, you will get a basically life prevention. When you take damage, it prevents life and it starts decaying over the next 4 seconds, if that makes sense. I don't remember how it's worded precisely, but It sounded like the Destiny amulet. It's really good. I plan to use it probably here, but it should be good. We'll see. I'm not sure how it will change the passives here. I can take a look right now. That's the one I could show you. Boosted. When taking damage from hits, 20% of life loss is prevented, and then 100% of life loss is prevented this way is lost over 4 seconds. That's crazy, dude. That's just crazy. Let's see what this... Oh, this is just changing the tributes. And both attacks deal a damage per tribute. Yeah, this is not really good. Life recovery for tribute. Wow. Yeah, some crazy stuff you can do with these passes, man. That's some crazy stuff. You get energy shield. Of course, man. Where is max life for this, dude? Why is everything max energy shield, nothing for life? Log out, dude. I did not want to see that. Rotation, you want to drop your fissures. Weapon swapping is now instant, so drop 2 fissures. And then you would, when both spawns, you want to do Infernal Cry. Don't do it before, because that's what they changed. And then just do left and right Earthquake. That you'll have always procced. You can see my screen just literally exploding, bro. Also, you might break your FPS, and sometimes fissures bug out and don't proc. That's the current bug. You might not proc fissures. Unlucky. Once you have this done, you want to press Mana Flask. You want to press both War Cries, Hammer of the Gods for big damage and Aftershocks, and then Aftershock away. Very, very easy. Simple. Ooh, did we cover everything? For the jewels, you want to search for armor, damage with maces, or attack damage, rage on a hit, and max rage. I need to change my jewels, but that's what you want to go for. That's what you want to go for. And we covered everything, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry this video was a bit longer. There is so much stuff to talk about. I would still have some topics to talk about, but I don't want to make this long. It's already too long. I'm not sure if anyone will watch this up to this point, but if you do, an absolute legend. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you very much for the support. Also on live streams, I am live on Kick and Twitch. If you want to guys come over, there are the links. I would greatly appreciate it. And with that said, thank you once again, and I'll see you on the next one. I will make a separate video, talk about this headpiece, how it works and everything. And yeah, until next one, you have a great one, boys, and peace.